Yeah, oh.
You're sneezing.
Huh?
Why do you always sneeze so loud?
I don't know.
What? How come you've got the PlayStation upstairs?
Because Mum's watching
You watching what?
thingy down here.
What's Thingy? I don't know what Thingy is.
Program.
Oh, just say that then. It's still the exact same as Thingy. I'm usually watching one of her programs that she likes. Like in real life, I don't do that on TV.
Alright, complex gamer, not bad mate. Still grafting away at my building. I think I worked it out, I've got another 7 floors to do still. Because it's, I think, yeah, I went up from this level here and it was 86 blocks. Yeah, I think it was 86 blocks to go. And each floor is 13 floors. So in fact it's probably going to be 7 floors actually to do. So there's still a long way to go considering I've only done 9 floors. Yeah, so if I can do a floor in a day, I could actually do it in a week. But what I've decided to do as well is that underneath the house, which is on ground level, I'm going to clear it all out, same floor size, right down to bedrock, which is probably going to take longer than it is actually to build the house, because I might have to TNT it all. Because actually digging it out will take absolutely an eternity. Yeah, I want to go right down to bedrock, so I don't know how many floors it's going to be down. Not as many as it is up high, but it's still going to be a lot of digging out. Subs, I've not got many actually. Not even got 50, I don't think. I think I've got 37. I think when I looked to last. I'm not sure how many you need for your YouTube account. I can't remember. I did have a look, but I've forgotten. I know I need 10,000 views, and I've only got 3,000 so far. So I've still got a long way to go. I should put on me when I start broadcasting. I should put on it ask people to follow me and sub me. Probably because I've been broadcasting for about a year now, I would say. Yeah, a good year. So I've had a lot of people that sort of join, and that, and when they join, they tend to just sort of sub me. So, and then out of all them, none of them, a lot of them don't play anymore. They just sort of join the game for a little while, and then they don't bother coming back again. Really, I've got a few that have stayed for a long time, and then I've got others that don't come on for ages. Then all of a sudden, a couple of months later, they'll come on for a bit. I want to actually make try and do a decent like editing video that I can put on YouTube just to show me world. Basically, what I would do is I'd make a copy of this world. So I've got 2 copies again. Well, I've got 2 copies anyway. Yeah, so I want to I'll make a copy of the game and then go into load it up into creative. Then I can fly around, like do load. I've got that Share Factory app where you can actually edit all your videos and stuff, which I've done one little one on my YouTube channel, but that was just that weren't animated, that was just still pictures. I want to do a little animation video, only like about, I don't know, just a couple of minutes long, just so that it shows all of our village, and then I'd probably get more people join, and that maybe. Oops, I've done that wrong. I'm actually going to be on it because I've got 12 days off work, so I'm going to be on playing Minecraft quite a bit actually over the next week or so. I was thinking of going out and buying Ark Survival, I don't know. I'm either going to buy Ark Survival or I'm going to wait until March when a new game comes out that might be interesting called Surviving Mars. I'm okay at it. I wouldn't say I'm brilliant. I'm goodish, but yeah, I suppose I'm good. But like, there's a lot of people out there that are absolutely excellent at the game. I was looking at I need to get onto YouTube a bit more and get some more building ideas, because obviously once I finish this, oh, you got right. Do you want to put them in the suitcase then? Put the suitcase on the bed. Bring the suitcase in here on the bed. Is that what you got more? Is that what you're taking? You got enough? You got enough there?
Not of everything, but of my actual clothes.
Alright, if you got enough there.
Yeah, I've got enough.
Alright, I just got to get Dylan to get his clothes ready, haven't we? Yeah, we're going to stay at my mum's house.
Are you bringing this?
What, my PlayStation?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, I'm going to start at my mum's house because my wife's working. She's got to work this next week, and because her kids are off school, me and my kids are going to go to stay at my mum's house for the week, Monday to Friday. So I'll take my PlayStation with me. So I don't know whether to get Ark Survival, because I've been wanting to get that for a while. or wait until March. I don't know if you've seen it, but this game called Surviving Mars, it looks really good. It's I'd say it's more like, I don't know, it's a bit like a Civilization Sims type game where you have to manage, you have to basically send up spacecrafts onto Mars with little robots, and then you have to colonise it so that humans can live on it, build big domes, build life supports up there, and then eventually when you can send humans up into space rockets, you get like a budget as well. So it's a management game where you only get like, I don't know what it said, something like £75 billion to start with, and you have to manage it. It sounds like a good game actually. But then saying that, I thought that about No Man's Land, no Man's Sky. When I bought that the day it came out, I remember buying that, and it's not a bad game. I thought it was crap to start with, but it's got better over time. I hear a lot of people talking about it now, saying now it's got a lot better. It got a really bad reputation when it first came out. Oh, nearly. Whoops, Daisy. Yeah, I've actually got Far Cry 4. I've not got the newest one, I've got the one before that one. But yeah, Far Cry 4. And that was a good game. It's a bit like, say, I got Far Cry and Fallout. And they were both good games, but they weren't games that got me hooked. You know, I could play them for a little while, then I'd get a bit bored of them. Yeah, I've got Far Cry. Got quite into that, I know actually, did quite a bit of it. The other ones I like, what did I play? Sims 4, I got that when it came out, that's good, I love Sims 4. GTA, I've got that. Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo, I've got the racing game. Again, that was another one. Gran Turismo, I was properly love that. Yeah, I never played that third one. I think my son's got it. He played it on his yeah, it weren't the Xbox One. I think it's on Xbox 360. I can remember. I can't remember. He got that, or did have it, shall I say? I like one of my favourite type games as well, which I did like, and I completed it and I started it again, was Final Fantasy. I love the Final Fantasy games. I've played them all, every single one since Final Fantasy 7. Because you can get the Final Fantasy 7 on the PS4 remastered, and I have thought about it, but I'm thinking, so well, I don't know if it'd be the same. I love Final Fantasy games. That Final Fantasy, believe it or not, Final Fantasy and Gran Turismo are the two games that really got me hooked on PlayStation, and the reason why I stayed with PlayStation, because they're the only two games that you could not get on Xbox, although you can get Final Fantasy on Xbox now. But they were what got me onto PlayStation 1, obviously. Funny enough, when I go to my mum's tomorrow, my mum's actually got a PS1. They still got the PlayStation 1. Like 1995 I got mine. Jeez, that's 20... Can't believe 23 years ago. So that must mean actually, if I bought mine in 95... Yeah, but I don't know what your dad's fault is on the new one. The new one is brilliant, like absolutely brilliant graphics, but I just can't get hooked on it. I think it's because it's concentrating more online. It's the first one where they've really concentrated online, and you don't have an offline so much bit. I probably will start to play it a bit more. But to me that was the best racing game ever, and it still is. I mean, I've played Forza and all that a lot on my son's Xbox, and yeah, they're alright, but they're too arcadey, I think. GT Sport, yeah, I call it Gran Turismo still, but yeah, it's GT. I remember, I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been Gran Turismo 3, I think it was. And you had like, I remember, pretty sure there was over 1,000 cars to choose from. 1,000 cars, like. But the thing was, out of them 1,000, like, you'd look at a Nissan Skyline, and there'd be about 50 different Nissan Skylines that you could get. They were all the same, with just different liveries on them, different sponsorships. What do I need now? Oh, I need some. Yeah, funny enough, I was when I was coming home from work on yeah, Saturday morning was my last day at work. When I finished work Saturday morning, I came home Saturday morning. I leave work at 6 o'clock. I was coming home, and this car was right up behind me, and I thought, what's that like? I thought he's right a bit close to me, like. And then we went into a dual carriageway, and it was a Skyline. It just blasted past me. I thought, oh yeah, I wound my window down. I thought, that sounds so nice. Proper nice car, Skylines. I like the new Skyline, but I prefer the old ones, like an R34 something. If I win the lottery, I'd buy one of them. Then a Skyline and a Sierra Cosworth, two of my favourite cars. Yeah, you just Google images, YouTube, Art Skyline 34. That's because you probably only know the new Skyline. If you do a YouTube, or sorry, Google Nissan Skyline R34, your dad will know what they are, and he'd probably prefer them. What do I need? Yeah, because the R34 was the last one. They did an R32, an R33 and an R34. Yeah, because I could. That's alright. I know they have actually, when they tune them up and that, they can do them up to like over 1,000 brake horsepower. I've seen them when I went to Le Mans and all. First time I went to Le Mans back in '95, 24-hour Le Mans. They actually had they had about 6 of them racing there, like, because that was when the McLarens were out. McLaren, in fact, that's the year McLaren won it. McLaren won Le Mans outright in '95, and they had about 6 Skylines racing that year. I take it you like your cars or what then? I'm a proper car addict. All my life I was a car addict. I've when I was a young kid and at school, me and my best mate, me and my best mate, because we were both into cars, proper mad on cars, and we were at school. And we used to go to London, into the city of London, and just go into all the car dealerships, just walk in there and just start collecting all the car brochures. Because I'm up in the loft, and this was probably back in I think I started in 1977, I think it was 77 or 78, yeah. I left school in 81, so it was for about 3 or 4 years, and I've got a big massive suitcase full of car brochures. And if you look on eBay nowadays, they're worth a lot of money. People pay a lot of money. Like for instance, I've got a Ford brochure from 1979 with the Mark II Escort. Was it the Ford Granada, the Ford Cortina, and like one of them I think goes for about a tenner. And so I must have about 300 or 400 car brochures. And I've got Matchbox cars and all the original Matchbox cars. I've got a load of them. I thought, well, I picked up my shares. I couldn't find where I'd done with them. Yeah, that's mechanic. That's another thing I used to do. That's a good job actually, car mechanics. I used to do a lot of my own work in the old days. I can still do the basic stuff like brake pads and stuff like that, but a lot of the time I can't be bothered anymore. I've done engine changes, gearbox changes. I did a steering rack before. Ball joints. I've done loads of stuff, but nowadays it's just like the cars, they've made them quite complex now and that. What do I need on here? Mind you, saying I wanted a Skyline and I'd like a Skyline and Zero Corsa. My actual dream car has always been Aston Martins. I love Aston Martins. I had a go in one when I went. My wife bought me a track day. It was on a big old airfield that was turned into a racetrack. It's a lot cheaper nowadays. You can pay about 130 quid and go out in two. So yeah, that's more like you want to be engineering and technical drawing and that then, don't you? Car designer. The sort of thing I keep saying to my son. He's 15. He likes all technical, or he's the drawing side of it, he's not too brilliant at, but he loves all IT and all that lot, designing and that. He would like to do that, but he needs to get a bit better with his art. His art is not as good as. Future of cars is all driverless cars out at the moment. Electric cars and driverless cars. They've already got quite a few cars out at the moment that are driverless. I watched that Guy Martin Guy Martin versus Robot Car. It was on a few months ago. Upgrade. Oh right. Tuning all that, you mean? Tuning the cars up. A bit like Need for Speed. Or if you could become, if you want to make cars go faster, you could get into motor racing. Because that's all about making things go fast, isn't it, motor racing? Right, what do I need now? It's just along here, don't I? I just want to put these stairs right up. That's right, isn't it? Oh no, hang on. Right, that's what I thought. I've got to do it across there now then. Oh, you numpty idiot. Subaru. Oh shit. I've been in my sister's, one of my sister's old boyfriends had a Mitsubishi Evo with I think it was, yeah, was it 390 brake, which was nice. That was a proper mad car, that was. And a mate of mine at work, he's got BMW M3. He's only 27. He's got a BMW M3. It's like proper nice. Is that that's the last of the old shape in it? 2012 in it. Before they change them to the oval shape that they are nowadays. Because they'll actually race the Subaru estate in the British touring cars. you watch, if you like all your cars, I bet you watch the old Grand Tour. Oh, mind you, what's today's date? I bet. I wonder if. Trying to think, because the new, yeah, we watched all the Grand Tours, and yeah, that's what I was going to say. Top Gear, did it start tonight? Have I missed it, or is it on next Sunday? Is that supposed to be coming back on? Because the first season, like that with was crap. Well, it weren't crap. It was. I didn't think much of it. With what's his name on it, Chris Evans, but it's got a lot better now. I quite enjoy it now. And the same with Grand Tour. I didn't like the first series of Grand Tour, but I like that now. And it's good that we've got two TV shows on, because when I haven't watched last Friday's Grand Tour yet either. You don't like the new Top Gear? Oh, I like the new Top Gear now. I didn't to start with, but I do like it now. Anything to do with cars, I like. I like watching. I always watching the old on satellite. I like watching all the American ones and all, because I love all the old American muscle cars. One of my favourite muscle cars is a Dodge Charger, an old Dodge Charger from the 70s, and a Mustang. But if I got a Mustang, it would have to be the Eleanor. But yeah, I like my old muscle cars. Oh. Do you watch any motor racing, like Formula 1 or touring cars or sports car racing or anything like that? That's because you're young. See, in the 1970s I was only a kid, so I grew up with them cars, which is why I like them. Right. Now then. You go-karting at all, because that's good to get into. Go-karting, that's not expensive either. Me and my son go sometimes, go-karting. He keeps saying, "Oh, get me a go-kart now, get me a go-kart." Yeah, all right. What shit I need? A box full of Matchbox. Yeah. Oh, my son. Well, my son. We bought him every week for his pocket money and Christmas. He had all. He had. I reckon. And I don't know if he's still got. I reckon he's still got a lot. I reckon he's got about 300 nearly Hot Wheel cars. But when I was a kid, and I've still got them. I've got Matchbox cars. I've not got loads. I've got about 50 of them. But they are all old ones, and I bought them when I actually left school. I left school in '81, so when I was 16, I bought all these Matchbox cars. I didn't buy them to play with them. I bought them to collect them. I've got about 50 of them all they're in immaculate condition. They've never really been played with. All I've done is took them out of the box, looked at them, and then basically just put them back every now and again. And they're all in boxes, and they're the original boxes, not the ones that like the original square boxes, not the ones that you hang up on the display stands, the old ones. I would say they're from, well, I'll tell you, from 1981, yeah. And they're worth, I think they're worth at least 10 quid each, easy. And we've got about 50 of them. And they're only going to go up in value. I've also got some Formula 1 cars. I've got Ayrton Senna when he was in the Williams. Michael Schumacher's Benetton. The big ones and all, right. They'll be worth it, man. You know. Especially the Senna and the Schumacher one. I've got, I can't remember what else I've got. I think I've got about 4 or 5 of them. I ain't seen them up in the loft. I ain't seen them for ages actually. But even I had Hot Wheels when I was a kid. Jesus Christ, I'm quite high up, and in fact, actually, I just thought while I'm doing this, I might as well have a quick look. Do I need? I'm doing all this. I might as well put them. What is it then? Is it a car that we know? Do some more of this, haven't I? Dodge Power Wagon. I was lucky I didn't think I'd have enough of them. I thought I'd run out. Dylan, are you going to get any of your clothes ready for tomorrow, mate? Right. Let's go and have a look at what this looks like from down below now. I might have to move my portal on this, I think, as well. Scratch like mine. It's probably like when I was a kid, I had all my cars. I had loads. I had all the cars and that. I had all the ones that were collectible as well. All James Bond's Aston Martin, the old one, where it had the ejector seat and the machine guns at the front, the DB5. I had that. I had the Batmobile, the original Batmobile. I mean, they're worth probably about £1,000 now each, them two. And I just wrecked them because obviously I didn't know I was a kid. How many floors at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm on my 9th, so I'm on my 9th floor. And I've got another 7 to do, so I'm over halfway. Yeah, and so what I'm doing below, if you look, I've only just started it a little bit. It's going to take absolutely ages. So if I bought and built down below again, down here, and I'm going to dig all this out, the whole lot, all the way, the whole floor, right down to bedrock, and that is going to take a long time. And then, like I said, I think because I can duplicate, I'll just duplicate tons and tons of TNT, but I've got to be careful. I don't want to. I'll dig down first, because if I start TNTing, I'll end up blowing up my floor. Yeah, it's nice to have something. I can remember, one of my, well, it wasn't a toy, it was a teddy. I can remember having a teddy when I was a kid. It was the first ever teddy. I think I got it when I think I was giving it to me when I was a year old, and I had it right up till I was about 16, and then I lost it. I don't know what happened. Well, I don't know if I lost it or whether my dad had it, because when my mum and dad split up, how old was I? I was about 12 years old when they split up, and I don't know, I reckon my dad had it. He's still alive at the moment. He's in it to be in his like 80s nearly, but I bet he had it. I used to love that teddy. You know, it's just an ordinary teddy, nothing special. But then, so it was ordinary. I remember it was a musical one. It had a wind-up bit at the back, a musical box in it, and I used to love that teddy. I can't even remember what it played, but I was going to keep that forever, and then I lost it. It's all ripped. My missus says I always hoard stuff. I need to get rid of stuff like, but I don't like doing it. I just put it up in the loft. Nobody, it's going to become worth money someday, which some of it will be. Yeah, that's it then. That's all I've got. Let's see. Salib. Caleb. Oh no, idiot. Is it Caleb? That's an unusual name, that. Mine's just a simple old name, Darren. Not Caleb, it's Caleb. Is it Caleb? A rare name from the Bible. Caleb. That is a strange name. Never heard that. I bet you don't know anybody called that then. So I bet you've never met anybody with that name. Because in all my life, I've never known anyone called Caleb. It's nice to have a name that no one ever else has had, because then you're unique then that way. Caleb. Oops. Jesus Christ. What's happened here? Stay on it. Oh, it's because it's a step in it. That's why. No, do it that way. That's better. Oh, what the... Jesus. That's thought so. That's not going to be there. In fact, why am I doing like that? Say the A in a cap for me. A. Caleb. Oh, K. Caleb. Not Caleb, Caleb. Ah, right, say the A caps for me, yeah, so not Caleb, Caleb. Whoa, don't die, don't die. Oh, that was lucky. know. I've got feather falling boots, and if I fall now, I do die. The next floor below, I'm alright. I wouldn't have died, but now I die. It don't really bother me if I do. I just go and collect all my stuff and respawn because I'm only in the thingy, but it's annoying. I can do without that. Right, where was I? Up on top, doing... I should go this way now, and or will I? This way, I mean. Darren, yeah, simple Darren. And funny actually, when I was a kid, there's a lot of Darrens about now. So when I was a kid, there was the only Darren in school. When I was in the 70s, where I work at the moment now, it's funny. I go to work now, and in my workplace, I think there's about, in my track, because I work in transport, there's about 9 of us. It's about 9 Darrens. I'm like, what? I'm supposed to be the only Darren. I'm the oldest one though. I'm the oldest Darren at work. What am I looking for? I've forgotten what I'm looking for now. Why? What's happened? Why are you laughing? Crying. Oh, I need stone bricks, and I need to go and get some stone. Sod it. Dad Mark II. Well, what's your dad's name? Is your dad's name Darren? That is mad, isn't it? That's proper mad, yeah. Except I'm older than your dad, and I think you said your dad was in your 40s or something, whereas I'm 53. Don't tell me your mum's name's Helen. That will be freaky. My wife's name's Helen. Oh, you know what, this is doing my head in. I'm playing this game on upstairs in the bedroom because my wife's watching telly downstairs, so I bought the PlayStation upstairs. So I'm playing it on a little, it's only a little tiny 23-inch TV. Or not 20, a 21-inch TV, like a little portable one and that. And I'm sitting quite close to it, when I've got these stone andesite and bricks on it, it's hard to tell the difference till I get right up close. What is the time? Yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah, Daz. Daz used to be my nickname. Either Daz or some people call me Dal. Daz or Dal. Yeah, when I was a kid, it was Daz. But as I've got older, people call me Dal now. Or where I work, I get called Cockney Man. Actually, that's probably more of my nickname nowadays, Cockney Man, because I was from London, and I moved up to Nottingham in 1988. So since I've lived up here, everybody calls me Cockney Man. So that's my new nickname, really. In fact, this year will be 30 years. 30 years I've lived up in. Well, I live in Mansfield now, but it's still Nottinghamshire. 30 years I've lived up here. And 23 years in London, so I've lived up here longer than I've in London, actually. Have you been off school this week then and go back next week, or do you go back on Monday, or are you off school next week? Because my kids are off. They've been at school. They went to school last week. They're off this week, starting tomorrow. Because I know a lot of schools was off last week. Terry. Right, let's fucking... Terry. Oops. Can I... Is this working? Alright matey. Caleb, alright mate? Yeah, that's weird when you told me that your dad's name's Darren. That's funny, is. I'm not going to be on long actually. I've got another 20 minutes or so because I've been on it since 8 o'clock. My wife's watching, and is it Endeavour? Yeah, on BBC, so at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I did actually ask you, but you'd already just left. Are you up back at school next week, or you been off this week? Alright. Yeah, my kids are off. I didn't realise you was over this side. I thought you might have been over... Yeah, because you probably saved it, didn't you? Yeah, this is... Sometimes I just want to give up on this sometimes, because it's just so... I'm getting bored of doing it, but I've got to finish it. I can't give up. It's just thinking of what to do on it though, what to put inside it when I've actually finished it. Because it's going to be a big bare house, isn't it? Unless I could turn it into a hotel, and then people that enjoy, I'd turn it into a big hotel, and then people could just have a floor each or something, and do what they want.
If this was a house, there'd be like so many useless rooms in it.
Yeah,
Wouldn't get used.
you get fucking lost and all. Yeah, so I'm going to Skeggy tomorrow. Oh, till Friday, yeah, Monday till Friday. And my son's taking his Xbox and I'm taking my PlayStation.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, you did die. Have you not?
I'm paying attention.
Yeah. Have you got the feather boots on or not though? Because
I don't think they were enchanted.
yeah, they are. They're not. Yeah, it's just too high though. If you go down one floor, if you was on, because I think it's 9 floors high. If you was on the 8th, if you fell off from the 8th floor, you wouldn't die. You'd have about, I think you get about 2 hearts left. But this is just that bit too high. But if you can, I don't know where you restart. If you want to go, I'd go back down and get all your armour and that, because it is all enchanted. It's yeah, the boots have got what they got? They've got depth strider, protection, feather falling, unbreaking and mending. The leggings have got blast protection, unbreaking and mending. Chest plates, unbreaking, mending, fire protection. Oh, and the helmet is good as well because that's got aqua affinity. Yeah, the helmet. If you got when you with a helmet on, you can go underwater and you don't drown, which is a handy thing to have. I've got to clear as well. I've got to clear a lot of land around by the on the outside of this house and all. And you can imagine when I was telling you about clearing all below the house as well, it's going to take a long time, innit?
Okay, I'm just gonna run.
If you can't find your arm or whatever and stuff and that, just go back and get some from the, I don't know if you know the way back to the village.
Oh, I should have slept, so I was fucking everyone all the way back, 'cause they were in my
Yeah, I'll see if I can go and collect your stuff then. What side did you fall? The front or the back of the house?
I legit like fell right in front of the door.
Oh right. So if I pop down there now, it should still be down there before it despawns or whatever. You probably have all your tools on you and that. I don't know if you got them actually, no, because I haven't put them in the other house. I need to take them over. I duplicated a load of enchanted bows as well. Because that's the one thing we didn't. Oh yeah, it's right at the bottom here. So I've got too much stuff on me though. Right, let me just fucking get rid of all what I've got on me. Just chuck all that down there.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll collect all this and chuck it in a chest.
So this, at the village, this massive sky base, like, what is it?
What, the one up above the sorting out machine?
Yeah, it's like that massive, like,
Yeah.
square base.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a look, you can. You go get to it from around the back if you want. You can pop out and have a look. It was a house I started designing and just didn't finish. Like a lot of stuff. I will probably carry on with it one day, but at present I've not been bothered.
But, I love this silver hearted
Right, where's all my chests? I need some chests.
Got a pretty neat design to it.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine design that because I did it when I first did it. I did the design with the windows and all that, but it was a bit square. So a friend of mine, he did a design to make it stand out, so it gave it like a 3D effect.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it. You see, if you sleep at the village, it's probably a bit safer, then, isn't it? At least then you're not going to be right back at the spawning point.
Much better. Now I have one problem. I have a very, very long run to get teams.
Yeah, can you remember you go through the port when you turn right? And then you turn right, and then I think it's the second or the third left. I think it's the second. No.
So second or third.
It's yeah. When you'll come to a junction. There'll be a junction with a corridor that goes both ways. So if there's one, make sure you turn left. So it's basically come through the port, you turn right, run right along until you come to a crossroads, and then turn left, and then follow that. And that's a long run down the bottom now.
What I'm going to ask you is how long did it take you to make all these corridors? Because they are so long.
Yeah, a long time, man. I had 2 other people helping me. Right, if I put this at the bottom of the hill, put all your stuff in it.
That's so painful to watch. Why'd you make it so long?
It's because what we do, you know when you come, my house, one of my houses I've got at the first house I ever built, which has got all my stuff in, where you went to got your armour from. Oh no, don't tell me that's disappeared. Your helmet's not there. I went because I didn't have enough space to pick it up. So you might have to go back and get some more armour and that. But yeah, what we're doing is we're actually mapping it out so you can actually... Oh no, it is in there. We're mapping it out so that you can use the Netherworld to get around the map really quick. Because whenever I start a new world, I always start the biggest one possible, and it's 25 maps big, like 5 by 5. So if you was to walk from one end of the map to the other end, in the outside part of the world, it would take ages, absolutely ages. Even on a train track, it would take so long. Whereas if you go through the portal, even though it's still quite a while, you can get from like one end of the map to the other end in literally a couple of minutes or so, less. Whereas if you ran it, it would probably take about nearly 10 minutes if you ran. Right, yeah, I've bunged it all in there. But I've got to clear all the mountains around the edge. I'm not going to clear all of it, I don't think. But I want to clear enough space. Probably from where this green line is here, I think. I want to knock all that mountain down in front. And go that far, so I've got a big gap because I want to have farms and everything around here. And I might take some... oh yeah, I'll tell you what you want while you're in here. Grab yourself, I don't know where they are, there's some bows. I'll put some bows in here. All these chunker chests have got all bits and bobs in like that I use to duplicate. Oh we are. This one here. That one there. Grab yourself a couple of bows if you want. Grab yourself, because I've got that one. All these are full up. They've all got the same. I can't remember what's on them actually. What's on them? It's got Unbreaking 3, Flame 1, Power 5, Punch 1 and Infinity. But these are all... Yeah, these are all... Oh, have you got Electro Wings?
I did have some.
So if you haven't got them, there's some there in that chest there. You want to grab some. Yeah, loads more tools here. Because these are all what I'm planning on doing. This was going to be my storage area in here, but I'm thinking to myself, this ain't really big enough. It's like all this here, these ones here have all got the wood in, and I'm going to duplicate these. So eventually I'm going to have like a double chest, at least a double chest full of all the raw wood. So that people, because if people come along and say, I want to build an house with so and so wood, I think, yeah, there's a couple of chunk chests that would knock yourself out. That'd be enough wood there to build, to get started, massive house. And then I've got over here, if you look at all these ones, see all these, this is all the different types of glass, all the coloured glass that you can get. That took me about an hour to duplicate all that lot. I didn't do the panes of glass, I just did the ordinary glass. So I've got like 4 chunker chests of every single type glass. Picture frames. Yeah, that's picture frames and that, because somebody was asking me for some, what did he want? Have you seen, have I showed you the other houses? Killer Ken's house. Yeah, follow me, I'll show you these, because these are the 2 lads that I've got that play. One's from America, Scott, and Killer Ken. We have to go back through. I'll show you their houses, because they're the ones that they're the 2 that helped me build all this. Because as I say, this did take a long time. I need to put some more beacons, speed beacons down, because it's a bit slow to start with here. It speeds up when you get nearer. I've got beacons and that. I've got some down here, but not enough. Like now, yeah, it's just picked up now. But I'm not. What are you like? Are you any good at redstone and all that? Do you know much about redstone? Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm terrible, because I couldn't build stuff on my own, but I can build stuff by copying or thingy. But so I'm not that clued up on it. But I do like building stuff with redstone. Yeah, if we go straight across here, opposite my side is Scott, the American lad. They're sort of like, well, Scott is definitely a Minecraft addict. He plays it a lot, and I suppose Killer Ken does as well, actually, but he plays other games more. But they're both so that Killer Ken, he's from London, actually. He's in his early 40s. See how much faster it is down here, because that's another thing. Because like your beacon, I've done it. I've put speed on it, but you got to put double speed on it. I'm not sure how you do that. I should have bought, actually, while I was over here, I should have bought them a load of lily pads over, because he wanted some lily pads, and I think he wanted some picture frames. See, this is what I like, because this bloke here, he's the one that helped me build my helped me design the outside of my house. But he's building like a never fortress thing, and he's got tons of stuff over here as well. Everybody that joins the world that wants to stay in that for a while, they basically, I think I showed you that setup. Alright, babe. Then that will finish, yeah.
Got everything she needs here, actually.
I think, yeah, I've asked Dylan to sort his stuff out, but yeah, then I'll quickly show you Killer Ken's, because Killer Ken's is a bit better as well. And then I'm going to have to come off here anyway, because we're going to watch a bit of telly.
I didn't know you could do all this with
Yeah, I was watching someone about nearly a year ago. I saw someone doing it, and it was sat about, and they said they was mapping it all out, and I didn't know, I didn't have a clue what they meant, like, but it gets you about really quick. It's like, it's a quick way to get around the world. And not only that, because at the village area, at the village area, it's all laggy. It gets a bit jerky because there's too much. Apparently, what slows the game down is double chests and I think rail tracks. Yeah, we go straight past here. Yeah, double chests end up slowing it all down, so there's a lot of lag. Whose one's there? That's my daughter's place. See, if you go through there, that's her little area, which is all right. And then down here, Tim the boss. Down here is somebody else's. Tim the boss.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Yeah.
You joined earlier, didn't you? I said I was going to come and find you and that. But you didn't stay too long, did you?
No, because, did y'all build this on creative?
No, it's all in survival. Where you gone, Caleb? Yeah, follow me down here. If you look down this down here, if you want to play the game a lot, somebody started building it here, so they built a portal down the bottom here, and it's a good little area to build if you wanted to do it. All we've got to do is clear this bit of netherrack and that above, and then line it all out in the corridor, and then you could have your little world. If you come through here, it wouldn't take long. It'd only take half a day or so to line all this out, and then you could claim this bit of land, because somebody that he ain't been on for ages, and this is a good little bit of land because you've got a nice big flat area to start with. I think you've got the seas, there's a bit of water and sea.
Dragon egg.
The dragon egg, is it not there? We'll have to respawn it. You can respawn the dragon. I've already killed it once, but this is a nice little area, isn't it? If you wanted to set up home here. I don't know exactly where. If we had an empty map on us, we could actually see whereabouts it is.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Yeah. So what I'll do then, because I'm coming off now, but I'll be back on it. I'm going to Skeggy tomorrow. I won't get there till the afternoon or so, and then I'll be on it tomorrow, most of tomorrow afternoon and evening, and I'll start getting all this lined out, so you've got a proper corridor. Make sure, and then we'll take
Will you be at least at 4-ish?
4ish. Yeah.
Are you looking at about 3:30?
Yeah, I'll be on then, hopefully. Yeah, so I've got all the stuff to rebuild it. Yeah, if we'll quickly have a pop.
Y'all play Fortnite?
No, I've got it. I have played it, but I'm no good on it really. I keep saying I want to have a go on it. I've got it. I downloaded it ages ago, but I never really got into it. It's because I'm no good at it. Right, where you gone? Where you gone, Callie? Are you in there? I was just going to show you Killer Ken before I get shooting off. Oh,
Wait, I have a question. How did y'all build like all of this there and make it materials?
have you not seen how you can duplicate in survival? You can
I
duplicate.
know about duplicating, but how did you get so much?
Because I just get a bit carried away. You left the game, Caleb? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow, mate. Anyway, so, and I'll see if I can get some of that done, mate. See you later, mate. Right, yeah. I'm just coming out now. What you do? You can to get this like, I mean, to get stuff. I mean, I've got nearly 500,000 bottles of enchanting. Because all you do is you basically.
Is there anywhere where I could build a house at?
Yeah, right. What I was going to say, what you want to do, you can do, because the lad that's just gone now, Caleb, he's already. If you come over here next to the where the head dragon is, this map here, yeah, is the whole world. That's the whole world. And if you look round, we just basically mapped it all out. We went on every time you get to the edge of one map, you take loads of empty maps with you. As soon as you get near the end, you open up a brand new map, and then you start mapping it all out. You just run around or fly around until it's all exposed, and join it all together like a big jigsaw. So if you just look into the centre almost, if you look in the centre, you'll see two light brown squares. Not quite in the centre, but that's where we are right now. Yeah, and then up in the very top left is where my house is, but you have to, we go through the portal, because if we was to run there it would take us about 10 minutes to get there.
Very top. What?
Top left.
Right here?
Top left is where my house is, so right in the top left. If you there's two ways of finding somewhere to build if you want. You can actually run around the map and have a look. Run around, find yourself a nice piece of land. Have you got a map on you? Yeah. Take I'll take a couple more maps. Take them empty maps with you. I don't know. Looking at the map there, I don't know. You don't really want snow and ice, do you?
What?
What bit? When you want a bit of land, you want a nice bit of flattish land, don't you?
It really don't matter.
Doesn't it? Because I'm thinking you'd probably be better off looking to the left, centre left, right in the middle in the left, which will be about there. See that map where I look? See the map? I'm turning it around.
Yeah.
That one there. I would say round about there would be a good place to. Hang on, turn it around one more there. Yeah, I would say that looks quite a good little bit of area. So if we're here,
Okay, if I build it right here, where I'm at?
where's that at? Yeah, you can. If you can find a bit of land, obviously don't. Where did you want to build it? In fact, I'll tell you what. Did you want to just build a small house or a big house? Depends.
It's gonna be like a small castle.
Right. Well, I'm trying to think. I'll tell you where. Yeah, I'll tell you where might be a big bit of land. Over by the fountain. You know when you come in on the train track.
Wait, let me go look.
I reckon opposite this other big house. If you follow me along this train track.
Oh, where that house is at? That little house?
Over, yeah, follow me. I can see you. Yes, you're coming towards me. Over the other side. I think over here might be a good little area. I don't know. I've not really.
Well, let me grab some materials. Before I go.
I think this is alright actually. This ain't too bad. You got a lot of water. You might have to build. What's that there? Yeah. Yeah, grab a load of stuff out of the sorting out machine. When you start the game, do you start the game?
What'd you say?
When you first came on the game, did you start? Was you in the village or not, or was you right at the beginning where you spawn?
I was like in this. I was by the waterfront.
Oh right, so you're here. That's all right. So you're not. No, I thought because if some people if they spawn near the beginning of the game, it's better off finding a bed and having a sleep somewhere in the village, so you don't have to keep getting all the way here all the time. Like I was saying though, I'm gonna have to get shooting in a bit because I've been on it for a bit. Yeah, I reckon over here would be a good little spot somewhere because you could flatten a bit of this land, knock all these trees down. This is a good little area. You got a nice lake, like water and all that. You could flatten it. You could flatten it and then just fill this little big hole in. There's a big hole here in the middle that you could easily fill in. But I think this is a good little area here, isn't it? Because that house across as well. I want to do something with that as well. That big house over there. Oh yeah. Have you got any chests? Put some chests down to put your stuff in.
I took a lot of diamonds.
Yeah, no, that's alright. Did you grab any enchanting as well? I'll get you some enchanting bottles. I'll get you a chunk of chest full of them. You got enough
I have to go back there and see
yeah, to get some more. Yeah, so you need a load of stuff, so I'll just help you bring some over. Um, I always,
Same people. Do you have a YouTube channel?
yeah, I got a YouTube channel.
How many subscribers do you have?
Not a lot. I've only got 37 at the moment. I'm trying to get more. Have you got one?
Yeah, I have 30.
Oh right, so we've got quite similar then. We'll have to sub each other so we get more. Because have you got an actual? Because I've actually got a YouTube channel, but I'm also trying to make money out of it. Have you got?
Yeah.
Have you got any? Have you?
You have to hit 100,000 views.
I thought you had to get 10,000. You only have to get 10,000 views. Yeah, you have to get 10,000 views before you get accepted. Oh, do you want some beacons as well?
Oh, I have it.
Oh, you got beacons, alright. What else is there that's worth having? What you got your have you got your what do you call them? Bookshelves? You got bookshelves?
I'll take some.
Yeah, I'll grab you a stack of bookshelves because you want that, and then you want an enchanting table, don't you? I'll grab you that. Get your enchanting tables. I'll get you some. I ain't got a lot, but I can get some more. I've got some. What else do you want? Yeah, I've got loads of coloured dyes as well, and loads of glass. But if there's any,
A repeater. Wait, no, I don't need
yeah, I've got repeaters, and I've also got comparators, repeaters, comparators. I've got all the hoppers, the droppers, the dispensers. I've got, yeah. If you carry on further down on the sorting out machine, I've put you a load of what is it? Brewing stands as well. I've given you a load of brewing stands.
I'm gonna make a machine that just shoot XP levels up.
I don't know if you're. I don't. Yeah, but I've got you a full chunk of chest full of XP as well. Yeah, because you know about the duplicate where what I do is because it's all in survival. If I want to get anything that you can't get, like you see the Ender Dragon portal, I built that myself. And what I did is I've done a copy of the game. I made sure it was, you know what I say, made a copy of the game, and I went into creative. You only get 30 seconds. Make sure you're standing in front of empty chest. You get 30 seconds only. Save everything. Grab what you can as soon as the game loads up in creative. Grab what you can quickly. Put it in an empty chest. You normally get 2 goes at it in 30 seconds. And then force close the game down quickly. Force close it down, and then when you restart it, it should restart in survival again. And then you should have everything in that box that you put in it. And it's a similar way of duplicating as well. Once you've got your stuff you want, you basically just auto save, put the stuff in the box, and then you duplicate it. Right, I'm going to save the game, and then I'm going to come out. I'll be back on again tomorrow though. I know.
Are you taking that to your mum's?
Yeah.
Oh, you're about to get off?
Yeah, I'm just going to...
Oh, could I put my stuff in
Doesn't
the
he want to
second
take his
place?
Xbox?
I think he might do, yeah.
We're not going to take both, are you? Oh, right, carry on. You're taking her sewing
And can
machine,
I show you
back in
something that I know
suitcase,
how to do?
PlayStation, Xbox. You're already going for a frigging week.
Quick,
You
yeah,
just take one or the other.
Do I have to put a crafting table?
Spending time with your mum, not playing games.
I'm going to play them all the time. It's just like for at night time or whatever, or in the evening.
When you say you're coming off when I first came,
Yeah.
now you said you're coming off. I don't
Yeah.
see no evidence you're coming off.
Right, I'm going to get shooting. Let me just save this. I'll see you later. Right, save it. Let's make sure it's saved.